Hey, what is up, y'all? DJ Dylan in the house, and this is my very first Let's Play for Elden Ring. But yes, I've been meaning to do an Elden Ring Let's Play for you guys for a very long time, because I love it so much. But yeah, any of you who enjoy my Let's Plays, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe for more content. I appreciate all your more support. And shoutouts to anyone who's an Elden Ring fan out there. If you guys want to play with me, just send me your user. But yes, any of you who's an Elden Ring fan out there, if you want to see more Elden Ring, let me know in the comments section. But yes, the time is at long last to set out on our quest for glory by starting a new game and creating a new character. So, let's get to it. Yeah, this is actually going to be a co-op Let's Play, in that sort of way. So yeah, just to cover things off, let me show you the different classes. These are a bit different compared to Dark Souls. Yeah, you know, much more open world and much twice as better than Dark Souls. So I recommend that you get this game, as well as the new Elden Ring Night Rain that just came out. But anyways, so we have Vagabond, which is similar to the Knight. We have Warrior, Hero, Bandit, Astrologer, which is kind of the way of a sorcerer. Prophet, Samurai. These are probably one of the legendary classes that people use. Is any of you who's a Sekiro fan who uses this class? Especially when it comes to pairing with the katanas or any of the curved swords, you know? We have Prisoner, Confessor, that's a nice hoodie with a cape, and we have the Wretch, which is based on a Deprive. But no, we're gonna go with Vagabond. Just like how I always start my runs, yeah, I love being a knight. But yeah, that's what the Vagabond is known for. Alright, this time I'm gonna call myself Sir Dylan. That's an appropriate knight's name. Alright. Oh yeah, and as for the keepsake, like I said, similar to gifts like what you get in Dark Souls, we have a medallion, a Lance Between Rune, Golden Seed, Imp Ashes, Crackpot, Stone Sword Key, which is probably helpful for opening seals, which are the ones that you place on the statues, Bewitched Branch, Boiled Prawn, and Shibriri Woe, which I don't know what that is, but I actually found a talisman like that before on my off Let's Play character. But yeah, we're gonna go Golden Seed because that's gonna be the most important resource you need when upgrading your flasks. So, alright. Alright, choose base template, warrior. Alright, I'm gonna treat my character a little bit, but I'm not gonna waste too much time. Yeah, I mean, you know, I got things to do, and, you know, by the time the boys get on, then it'll be a full-on co-op Let's Play. Alright, so let's alter the face a little bit, you know? Okay, first thing first, let's, because even when I first saw it, I was wondering to myself, how am I gonna change the nose? Alright, my character looks sad right now, but we're gonna make him look courageous, with courage, you know? We're gonna make my character strong. You know? But that's the one thing I like about video games is, you know, alright, perfect! Alright, my character's looking much better now. Now that he's ready to, now that my character's ready to fight. Oh, and as you guys know, I love Elden Ring. Even when it first came out, this is the best birthday gift I've ever gotten from my dad. That was like a whole bunch of years ago when I knew nothing about it. But you know, I know most of what I know. So yeah, I know pretty much. You know, not everything. I'm not going to assume I know everything about this game, but, you know, it's always showing me new things that I didn't know what's there before, including the DLCs. Just like in all the Souls games, I have DLCs. Like, the more the game has to offer, the more I'm going to love it. Alright, so let's change the hairstyle. I like this style. Alright, eyebrows. Alright, that looks good. And facial hair, yeah, no facial hair. I like to look sharp. Yeah, I look good. Alright. My character's face is alright. My character's face is looking good. Alright. Let me just alter the body a bit. Largen up the chest a bit, you know? Abdomen. Yeah, I want to make my character look strong. You know, like you can't be an Elden Ring player and not know what Elden Ring is. You just can't, and you know you gotta have that strength. Let's make him look muscular. Oh yeah, I love the muscle. All right, so yeah, my character's looking good. Face is good. Body's perfect. My character's happy the way he is. Let's get started, and I will catch you guys right after the. All right, and I'll catch you guys right after the prologue. Anyways, guys, any of you who are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, send requests in the comments, and thank you so much for 541 subscribers. Also, shoutouts to Fightin' Cowboy and Elden Caffer. Links will be in the description momentarily, so go check them out right after this video.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion. The loathsome dung-eater. And Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing. And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
Alright. After that prologue, we're off to a good start. Yeah, this is what I like to call a hero's journey. Alright, so here we are, guys, in the game. Alright, so first things first. If we go to equipment, you notice how we have a longsword and a halberd as for your right hand ornaments and second right hand ornaments. We got our left hand ornaments with the shield, and then there's our armor. Now you'll notice we have an equipment load. Now if we remove the helmet, there, we went from heavy load to medium load. Alright, and I might as well remove the halberd just in case. Yeah, here we are, guys. So yeah, here we are, finally in the game. Alright, so over to the right, pick up the tarnish, wizened finger. Alright. And then open the door. Alright, and let's open the door and then out into the open, the chapel of anticipation. Oh, look at that, there's the dill tree. It's really the erd tree. I just call it the dill tree. Yeah, I love how shiny the dill tree looks. Even when I first saw it, you know, the first time I've ever actually played Elden Ring. But yeah, like I said, I've been meaning to do an Elden Ring Let's Play for a long time, and I'm going to be doing so many videos for you guys. So if you want to see more Elden Ring, don't forget to comment, like, and don't forget to subscribe. And also, shoutouts to Banda for making Elden Ring fun. Alright, first things first, this is a boss that normally a lot of people die to. But here's what I'm going to do, and I've actually done this before off Let's Play. Jump up the edge and fall to your death. Alright, and you'll still get the cutscene as well. This is at the very beginning. Because then after that, then... there'll be another cutscene on the way. So, I'll catch you guys after the cutscene.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
And that was Torrent and Melina. That was the voice of Torrent and Melina. Of course, most people know this game, but I'm not gonna spill. I don't want to spoil too much of it. Oh yeah, guys, go check out my Dark Souls and complete Dark Souls 3 Let's Play series if you haven't already. I have a whole playlist of it. Alright, so we got the flasks between Crimson and Mana. So as you can see there's two different flasks, and it works the same way in Dark Souls 3, because you notice we have like a health, mana, and stamina meter, and you know, similar to Dark Souls, one flask of health and mana, and you can switch between two flasks, but mana won't be necessarily needed until further in the game. Well, once I have more flasks, I'll probably just split between 1 and 2 mana flasks. You guys will see once we get further in the game. But for now, let's go ahead and discover the Lost Grace. Rest here so we can upgrade our flasks, and then just stock up on health flasks. So you'll notice add charge to flask, and I'll even show a number amount of seeds and how many seeds you need to increase your number of flasks. And to increase the amount that you plenish, there's sacred tears required. You'll find those at the church. There's like 12 of them. And then, as you can see, we could switch between 2 of the flasks, and then, you know. So yeah, you notice how I have 5 mana, but if we split between the two, either I have 2 health and 3 mana, or 3 health and 2 mana. But like I said, for now that won't be necessary. For now we're just gonna stick with our health flasks, and then, yeah, once I have more flasks, then I'll split and have at least 1 or 2 flasks of mana. And as you can see, these are the statues I was talking about that requires a stone sword key, which we don't have, but we will eventually soon. We'll find lots of these along the way. But yeah, over to the right. Now this is where the fun begins. Where we start co-oping, you know. Once we get further into the game, then that's when that will happen. Alright, open the door and out into the open of Limgrave, the lands between. Yeah, this was my favorite part, you know, just to peek out into the open world. So over at the top left you'll see on the cliff Stormvale Castle. We'll be headed there later in the game. You got the Church of Ellie up ahead, and another grace in front of us, and you'll notice that horse galloping towards the church. That's the tree sentinel, which we're not going to be fighting just yet, but I'll put out a short video of me actually fighting the tree sentinel. I'll have a couple of short videos of me just tackling random bosses, except for this let's play we're mostly just going after the main bosses. So alright, anyways. So you'll find a lot of these summoning pools along the way. You know, what I usually do is that, you know, even if I have finger remedies, and if I find one of these summoning pool statues, I'll activate the remedy and just summon some random people just for the heck of it, just to proceed through the game. Oh, and just so you guys know, I'm not really the best at Elden Ring, but I'm pretty decent and good at it, so. But yeah, and the coolest thing about these graces is that you could actually use them as checkpoints, which is another thing I like. Checkpoints, you know, in case I die. Alright, but anyways, let's go ahead and talk to Vary and exhaust his dialogue. Yeah, now, out of all the talkable NPCs in Elden Ring, you know, it's pretty obvious that you talk to every single one of them, and to exhaust the dialogue, because, you know, I do like the side quests in the game, and it's probably part of 100%ing the game, which I want to try to do.
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity. Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me. Vare. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, a path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you tarnished to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave.
And the path I will follow. But really, that is true.
Grace's guidance will reveal the path forward, most certainly. To Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff, the home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Grafted.
So yeah, Godric the Grafted is one of the main bosses, one of the demigods. We'll be fighting along. The plan is to kill every demigod, including legends, every main boss, to beat the game, that is. But the best part is when we reach the end. And the DLC? Oh yeah, you know, even when I first got Elden Ring...
It's time you set off, I should think. To Castle Stormvale on the cliff, where grace would guide you. If you seek the Elden Ring, maidenless as you are.
So yeah, even when I first got the game Elden Ring, it didn't really come with the DLC. I didn't know that there was a DLC. Of course, I knew it all along. I wish it was an Elden Ring where it would come with a DLC. But then I had to, like, buy the DLC separate. And anytime I want to, like, install Elden Ring, I have to install the DLC as well. I mean, that's alright with me. I mean, I love the DLC or what they added so far. Even the weapons and armor they have in the DLC, which is twice as better and does a lot more damage. But the bosses are were a lot harder in it than I thought. Even the final boss to the DLC. I'm not gonna bring it up just yet, because I don't want to wait till we actually reach it. So, alright. So yeah, a lot of people, even at a low level, would take on the Tree Sentinel, but for now I wouldn't recommend fighting it. Not yet at least. But yeah, even when I first got the game, I was basically just exploring, and I was just peeking around just to see how great of a game it is. But yeah, I love Elden Ring. You know, I mean, there's no question about it. Okay. I'm gonna grab this golden rune and run back into the church. That way the Tree Sentinel doesn't see me. Oh yeah, and that's Callie, one of the first merchants. There's a lot of merchants you'll find around the world, of course. So let's talk to him.
You're a tarnished. I can see it. But I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods.
Nice to meet you, Callie. Alright.
I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
Thank you. Alright. Oh yeah, he also has a recommendation, if you want to listen to that.
You know, if you can spare the runes, you should buy yourself a crafting kit. A crafting kit allows you to make basic items on your own. Essential, really, if you intend to survive out here for any duration. The kit costs a bundle, and I admit I do take my cut. But the important thing is that you survive. Every customer counts, after all.
Alright, while we're at it. While we're at it. As you can see, I love how you can sell items, but we're not going to sell any of these items except for this rune. Which means you get the same amount, even if you sell it. It's just faster than just consuming a rune yourself. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and purchase the crafting kit. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, too bad I don't have enough for the torch.
I'm glad you took my warning to heart. You've made an excellent choice.
Thank you. Oh, I almost forgot. Alright, here. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll discover this grace. Alright. I almost forgot. I'm gonna head back into the stranded graveyard. Because I forgot while we're here, then I might as well show you guys the tutorial, you know? Don't worry. I'm headed there now. Alright. So yeah, the whole tutorial is back this way, so. Oh yeah, anytime you find these golden trees, then that lies a golden seed. Too bad this tree doesn't have a golden seed, even though I already had one as a gift starter, or a keepsake in my inventory. Alright. But yeah, there is fall damage in the game, at least. It depends on how many feet you fall. So. Alright, so. Huh. Alright, let's block. Alright, perfect attack. Alright, not bad, not bad. Doing well so far. I also love how there's a jump button. Alright, got a Godric soldier, archer above us. Oh yeah. Ooh, that was close. Haha. Oh yeah, I also gotta watch my stamina. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh well. Oh yeah. I could even sneak up on enemies. Oh wait, I thought that guy was turned around. Alright, come on. Alright. So far, so good. Alright. Oh yeah. Another thing that you guys don't know about is I've been working on my parries recently, so I'm starting to get the hang of parrying while using the shield. Alright, now there's the sneak attack. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we could even blend in the bush. Alrighty then. So far, so good. Ah! Ooh. Oh, nice. Oh yeah. And the stakes of Marika, one of those statues. Okay, at first I didn't know what they were for, but then I just realized that when I died, then you could spawn near one of those statues, the Stake of Marika. Or you can rest at the Grace, which that gives you another option. But Stake of Marika is a lot closer. Alright, the first boss in the game. Well, not really the first, this is a tutorial boss. Alright, watch this, ready? There we go, and counterattack. Nice. I like seeing how many runes I got from that. Okay. Which way do we go? I'm confused. There's so many ways to go. It's like, okay, if I just came from that way. Oh, okay. I thought that was an opening, but no, that's just a crack in the wall. All right, never mind. And that is a tutorial, y'all. Hopefully that was helpful. Oh yeah. And the jesters in the game, top notch. Yeah. I like the jesters. All right, well now that the tutorial's done, let's head back to the Church Ellie, and I'm gonna go ahead and purchase a torch from that guy. I'm gonna go ahead and purchase that torch from Callie. So, anyways. Alright. And here where we can upgrade our weapons, and, you know, to upgrade weapons requires smithing stones. We'll find a lot of those out in the open. But sadly you could only upgrade up to +3 for each weapon. Yeah, there's another blacksmith where we can upgrade and max out our weapons once we get further in the game, you know.
Wait, well, you're back.
Mm-hmm.
There are others of my people who yet survive in these lands. If the mood takes you and you meet one, then offer them some trade, won't you? My people, wanderers all have long been spurned by the grace of gold, which is why we cannot settle, but instead are forced into this pitiful, unceasing journey. But thanks to that, things are not so different for us now, though the Elden Ring is shattered. I think this makes us kindred spirits of sorts. Your people, the Tarnished, and mine.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll purchase the torch. And oh yeah, we got these nomadic cookbooks. Yeah. But yeah, at first I didn't know what the cookbooks were for, but then I realized that once you purchase a cookbook, then you'll learn a new recipe. You know, part of your crafting items.
Goodbye. Nice to do business.
But yeah, the most important item we need, you'll notice a lot of things just growing around the area, or just sitting on the ground, like certain little items, as well as you call them ingredients that you can pick up. Like for example, well, one of these materials, the Erdleaf flower, I'll collect 2 of those because this will be useful throughout the whole co-op series for finger remedies. So, yeah, I'll have to get a lot more of those. I'll have to get a lot more of these Erdleaf flowers to make more remedies. There, see? And I found another one. I see the sun's already starting to set. Alright, let's go out into the open. Let's go down by the coastline and explore around there a little bit while we have a bit of time left on this video, and then I'll stop right there, and then in the next episode, then I'll have a whole co-op trio or duo, depending who gets on, you know. Just to make the Let's Play a bit more funner and interesting. Cause I love co-op. That's the one thing I like about Elden Ring. Oh hey look! Oh look, there's a troll here. Oh, now the way to two-hand. This is the difficult part. At first I didn't know how to, but apparently not only it's the triangle button, but you gotta hit the triangle button and the R1 button at the same time. Whoa! What? Oh! Whoa! That was close. Ooh. Oh. Whoa. Alright, that was close. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa, that was close. Oh, I knocked him. Ha ha. Oh, this is a good start so far. Wait, let's finish him. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, get him. No. Ah. Yes. That is how you take down a troll. Whew. That was close. Thought it was dead. But yeah, if you do strong attacks, like if you hold the R2 button, then you get a chance you can knock down certain enemies, including much taller enemies or giants, and then you can perform counterattacks, which is the best part. Even giant enemies will show like a weak spot, as you guys could probably tell from the troll's head, where it's all like orange sparks flying out. That's the weak spot where you want to hit to get the counterattack. But you got to do it quickly before the enemy has a chance to get back up. Then you'll do a decent amount of damage, like I just did. You know, so far so good. We're doing smooth so far. We're doing smooth. I'm a god. GG. Alright. 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 Let's sneak up on this enemy. This is a Caden Knight. I like the helmet. That's what I was hoping for. Okay, let's do a spin attack. Ready? Whoop! Whoop! Ah. Alright, let's head over to the other side and then let's see what's over that way. Oh yeah, there are times where, you know, it rains in the game. No, I like the rain. Huh? Oh yeah, and now those my shiny footprints. At first I never knew what it is, but then I found out it's one of those invisible, those round circle bug looking things. Or if you destroy them, you get a special ash, which is like an ability you can use on your weapon. Thinking about tackling one of those tentacles. If I could lure one of those away from the others. Whoa. Okay, okay. Oh. Alright, once you hear that sound, after doing a couple strong attacks and, you know, you can counter-attack. I don't know what the heck you call these things, but... it's like one of those tentacle worm monsters. I don't know what you call them, really. I know most enemies, just not all of them. Alright, so Land Octopus Ovary. It's actually used for some type of item, but I forgot what it was called. Oh yeah, notice how I got this, like, spin attack with the halberd. Alright. There. Use a flask just in case. Ow. Ow. Whoa. Oh, there we go. I was trying to get that counter attack, but you know, it's not easy. There we go, and got another one. Oh. Alright, well, I almost died, so yeah. Gotta be careful. I gotta be careful about that. But yeah, you can fight certain enemies if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend for a high risk of dying. You know, you don't want to go after any tough enemies yet, or any type of boss unless you're ready, or unless if you're a god. And if you're trying to do a challenge without leveling up in Elden Ring, then, you know, that's one thing. That's actually another thing that Elden Kaffer was trying to do. He did like a level 1 and a level 7 challenge. I've watched his channel, I've watched his live streams with all this support I can give him, and then, you know... Okay, why isn't this... If you find any of these skulls glowing, if you break them, then you get like a golden rune from them. It's not much, but you can still get a golden rune from each of these guys. Alright, now those enemies up ahead, you know, flashback, I used to call them goblins, but those are demi-humans. What? Hang on, whoa. Easy there. There we go. There we go. And rainbow stones, I don't know what they do, but yeah, those are rainbow stones. Oh, another skull. Another glowing skull. Well, now I have 3,000. Alright. Let's go ahead and talk to this merchant. This merchant's kind of snippy. He's kind of a pain. Because he keeps overthinking that I'm gonna kill him, but I'm not. I'm just here as a customer.
What do you need? I don't want any trouble.
Look, I'm just here for a customer, alright? Alright. So let's go ahead and purchase the broadsword off of him, because that's what I want, and then might as well get those smithing stones, you know? Ooh, that's nice, an armored cookbook. Alright, I'll come back for the cookbooks later.
All done? Well, be on your way then.
Alright, whatever. Alright, whatever. So anyways, yeah. Just to start things up, I always like to start off with a mini sword and go from a mini to a bigger straight sword. Yeah, you can start your runs any way you want, you know. I mean, I'm very fond of the broadsword, even for a starter. Oh yeah, let's get the shield while we're at it. Alright. Well, now that we're finished there, let's head back to the Church of Ellie. Alright. As you guys could tell, it's nighttime, so let's go ahead and pass the time till morning. You guys already know this. Alright, well, so far so good. You know, we're off to a good start, you know? That's one of the most important things, you know? While we're here, let's go ahead and tackle this Godric soldier for you. Whoop! Alright, that was a good dodge. Now, I want to show you my parry, my shield parry, but, you know, I worry sometimes about screwing it up. So, but like I said, I've been practicing. I've been pretty focused in the way. Alright, you know, let's go ahead and sneak up on him. Because why not? Alright, sorry, I was just texting my boy Wick. He said he won't be home until like 5 p.m. Because he's out. But I told him that I won't be on until like after my dance class, so I just thought I'd get a bit of a let's play and, you know? Alright. Well, here we are, we're at the gates of Stormvale. Oh, you know what? I think for now I'll just, you know, get through the Stormvale camp, the Godric camp, and then I'll just, you know, go on and on a little bit by myself, you know, just to speed things up a little bit. It'll probably be soloed combined with co-op. Nah, this will be a co-op series. I just want to clean up a few things. I might as well just clean up a few things while I'm here. I don't want to get caught off guard because one of the guards has a horn, which is known as an alarm, and if the horn goes off, then he alerts all the other soldiers. So. Alright. Alright, well first we'll head up to this grace up here near the gate. But I'm not gonna head up the path to Stormvale just yet. Not yet, at least. While I'm here, I might as well clean up a few things. Alright. What have you got on you? Oh, another smithing stone? Nice. Alright, what's in the chest? The Lord Sworn Straight Sword. The Lord Sworn Great Sword. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, good parry. That was a very good parry. Okay. Alright, I was low on stamina. I need to wait to regenerate. Alright, we're good. We're good. Everything's fine. I wanted to get up to the guard a bit quicker, but then, yeah, you know. I should have waited for the guard to come back. Whoa. Alright, whoa. Oh. Alright. Almost lost it, but I didn't. Huh. Alright. That soldier ain't looking, so let's take him out. We're doing good so far. We're doing good. I could imagine if I could parry with the swords, you know, make it look like a legit sword fight. But I'm not complaining. You can actually parry with curved swords, but I don't really use curved swords. You know, there's some bosses you can parry and some you can't. Whoop! Okay. Maybe not the first time, but definitely the second time. Alright, there we go. What have you been hiding from me? Ah, a flail. Alright, not bad. Wait, what did this soldier drop? Oh, he just dropped a bunch of bolts. Oh, the map. Let's not forget the map. We'll find a few maps along the way, just leaning against these big pillars with writings on it that I don't even understand what they say or what they're writing. Oh, okay, so each time I collect a map, then and then the glowing writings disappear. Got you. So then when I switch to my map, yeah, I love how there's a map and then you can like just fast travel from grace to grace. Alright. Let's make sure we didn't miss anyone. Ooh, good parry. Oh yeah, and I also like how some enemies can drop their flasks and then you'll get your flasks back. Alright, well, we're doing great so far, you know?